Speaking of asses, Candace Owens, her thoughts about COVID-19 on Twitter. The tired Republican said, I'm unvaccinated. I've been to six countries in 28 states since the start of this pandemic and maskless outside of planes. And I still don't have COVID. I slept next to my husband every night that I had it, and I still never got it. How? Now, are her comments, do you think they're insensitive, especially since over 600,000 people have, in fact, died from COVID-19?
God, please come get this hoe. I just really want this to end. Okay, I can't wish death on nobody. I would not bat an eye if she ended up like one of those people who are anti-maxers, anti-vaxxers, and in a grave because of this dissemination of misinformation. The worst thing that could have happened with this virus is that it became politicized. There's nothing political about a paper mask. There's nothing political about science. This is not a conservative versus Democrat versus world conspiracy versus new world order type of thing, y'all. It's science. Nothing more, nothing less. And I think what is so dangerous about this rhetoric is that you've got people out here dying because they want to subscribe to this political ideology and they want to be so right and they want to be in alignment with their respective parties and their beliefs, and they are dying because of it. This, for me, has taken my lack of respect for Candace Owens to an all-time low. It's one thing for you to be an idiot and a Trump supporter, this, that, and the third. It is another to just completely discount facts and lead people to death for the sake of being the bad wench of a party. I just have no respect for it.
Wow. Al, care to comment?
Yeah, sure. I feel like she is probably not being 100% honest. There's something in here, there's an undercurrent here that really makes me very upset about Candace Owens and her treatment in this. And number one is the number of African Americans that are being adversely affected by this disease doesn't need an African American creating a narrative that is not one of safety, and saving of lives. That's number one. Number two, I don't think she's being completely honest 100%. I think that maybe there was a point where she did not have COVID, but the thing that I think gave her away was she missed a paid gig. All right, Black women don't miss paid gigs. They don't miss a chance to make money. The only time they miss a chance to make money is if something's not right. I think the direct question that we need to ask Candace Owens is, have you ever had COVID? Have you ever had COVID? Have you ever tested positive for COVID? Or have you ever had symptoms of COVID and never been tested for COVID? I think that's some more appropriate questions to have Candace Owens answering.
I think, like many members of the Republican Party, it's do as I say, not as I do. And we've seen this over and over with Donald Trump to be so anti-vaccine, although he brags sometimes that the vaccine came about under his administration, right? But he wants to present this strong face for a long time in front that he didn't need it, but until he did. But best believe him and Melania, they all got vaccinated. I do believe Candace Owens probably has been vaxxed, but she continues to speak to her followers. Those are the people that get her checks. As long as it's a Black woman or a Black man speaking against the Democratic Party and speaking against Black people, they will continue to get checks because they are rare. They are unicorns. That's why those Coons, Diamond, and Silk continue to do it. That's why the countless others that do it, whose names escape me because they're not important right now, but you know who I'm talking about. They're out there because they tried the other way. No one cared when they went against the grain. Now they're getting these checks. I think Candace Owens is being very dangerous. Even if you don't want to get it yourself, you cannot deny science. At least say to your followers, and she does have a lot. Listen, research, look into it, do what's best for you. At the very least, say that. Right, but to sit here and be and play this role when your ass is probably vaccinated is dangerous. So I'm sick of her too, Q. And I know we can't. Anyways, I'm sick of her too. Let's just say I'm in this.
I think her and all the people like her, I think she should do her next press conference from a COVID ward or from the lobby of a hospital, since it ain't real and since it amounted to nothing more than a chest cold in her husband. Okay, I would like her to sit down with people who have lost entire families and look them in the face and tell them it's not real. I just don't get how you could be this evil, this vile, and this willfully ignorant about science.
The fact that one political party is anti-science, it's unbelievable that that's flying with so many people, but that shows us how ignorant half of our country is. I'm sorry. Y'all are ignorant. Everyone knows science. All right, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with more TGIF after this.